Alright everyone, this is Adrian or GM Camulus back with episode 2 of Watch As I Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, I know a few people have watched episode 1, but no comments. That's going to change. I want to see more comments. Comment, because I do ask you questions, so kind of need to know the outcome of that, don't I? Anyway, in our first episode, I sort of explained the issues I was having with not being able to record on the fly and things like that. I'm pretty sure I figured out a way that I can get a recording straight up, which is pretty much just more fiddly. I'll do exactly what I'm doing now, and that's recording via Audacity while watching the gameplay. But what I'm going to do is I will start the recording, and then I'm going to Audacitize, and that was silly of me, desyncing there straight away. That's just great. Um, I didn't actually desync at all the first time I played, and yeah, because I had to replay due to the issues of not getting the voiceover. I was kind of rushing things, and it was annoying and stuff like that. So, anyway, there are things that we needed to fix, and I'm working on that for you. So, for those that aren't aware as well, when I desync in the game, when I die, it's basically interrupting the memory because something's happened in the game that didn't actually happen in real life. Quotation marks on that real life there in the memory, so the system kind of crashes and you get thrown out. So I'm still hunting for as much treasure as I can get. In that last episode, we hunted an exorbitant amount of boars. We got tons. So I think we're pretty much set for there. Later on down the track when we needed to upgrade, I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. So, however, I did miss that Animus fragment that's just up above me. So, stalking zones, dense vegetation, and there are times when your head will just stick out, and it's so silly as to why you're still invisible. So, but once again, I do want to get everything in this area, so I'm going back to get that Animus frag, simply put, while reading messages from my lovely fiance who's currently overseas, and that makes me so sad. And I know that actually probably sounded a little bit insincere, but that's because I was reading while talking, and my tone and inflection totally screwed up there, so. But yeah, I haven't actually continued playing any more of Assassin's Creed 4 yet, so basically when I finish episode 7, then I'll start playing again, because I don't want to bring up stuff, and I'm pretty sure it'll totally throw any sort of voiceover I do with it, so I don't want that. Which means over the next few days, because I've got my son with me this coming weekend, I have to bust out as much of this as possible, so we'll see how things go with that, I guess. I have work tomorrow morning, which is fun, and I have my son with me tomorrow night as well, so yeah, I'll bust out a few of these tonight and probably end up getting tired, and then I will look at that dead body and the way it's facing. It's so wrong. So I'm hunting these guys here, nothing too hard, and I get to hide them because this whole area is dense vegetation. How that guard over there didn't see, I will never know, but what are you going to do? And the key thing I really like about this whole area, not from the fact that it's so easy, is turtles. Everybody loves turtles. I know I love turtles anyway, so yay for turtles. So, look, there's the question I asked in the first episode, which is, who is your favorite assassin playable character? So, what I'm doing there is whistling to try and get his attention. It can be kind of finicky with when the whistle wants to work, so I think there's a point later on up when I meet the governor of Havana, and I kind of whistle a lot for those guys, so it's a bit strange. Anyway, who was your favorite assassin character? And I don't know. So far I like Edward. Edward's not bad. He's different. I started with Altair on the Xbox with Assassin's Creed. And I don't even want to say 1 because it wasn't 1, it was just Assassin's Creed. And then it was Assassin's Creed 2, and then you had Brotherhood and Revelations, and so forth and so on. Now we go and get these boys. You both die. And so do you. Yay. Boom. I don't even need to parry. These people just dead. And I was going to loot the body, because I'm pretty sure now that the cutscene's happening, those bodies vanish. I really don't like this guy's steed. Ugh. He's got the shiftiest eyes and the worst teeth ever.
I can pilot her myself, no mind.
You know, you just see some people and they look wrong.
I'm Duncan. What's your name, friend?
Steed Bonnet.
Well, Mr. Bonnet, let this stay to its dust.
He's a horse hat, basically.
God save him, and I must get to Havana with speed.
You get bonus points if you understand what I mean by that as well.
You put me at ease, sir. To think I took you for a pirate when you first appeared.
Did you?
Yes. You have uncommon way of handling yourself. Quick and easy, if I may say. Gave me quite a fright. But all things considered, I think it's turned out to be a rather fortuitous day, hasn't it?
So basically what we're just doing here is, look at those shifty eyes. He was looking right at the camera too. If this was a Shakespearean play, that's the equivalent of like a stage whisper, where the actor or player will actually lean towards the audience, cover their hand over their mouth to block the other actors or players in the scene, and whisper exorbitantly loud, just so the audience knows what they're thinking. That was the equivalent of those shifty eyes. Like, that's how I picture them, is as a stage whisper to say, I'm dodgy. Although in all aspects it was probably just him saying, well, I have no idea who this guy is, and now I'm feeling worried, but oh well. So we got a treasure map there, and how I was able to pull that out so easily, I will never know. Because that looks pretty heavy. It's probably empty as all hell. 1,500 coins. So that's a lot of coins as well. Wouldn't exactly call it empty, but I don't see myself carrying a chest's worth of money on me either. At least in things like Dungeons and Dragons, it's not presumed that you're carrying around 1,000 gold unless, you know, the Dungeon Master or Game Master tells you you are carrying around 1,000 gold pieces. It's sort of taken into account that you will trade that money off for other materials, so precious gems and platinum and things like that. It's not an automatic currency conversion, but it's one of those expected things. I'm gonna take your booze. Give me your hooch. Hoochie, 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 hooch. You look thirsty, chap. I brought you your hooch, now give me my $9. My 9 rubles. What are they actually called? Oh, 9 reals. Reals are what they're called. So yeah, interesting. And once again, as I said in the first episode, they did a tremendous job with this first environment. The island's amazing. I don't know why I'm stealth swimming towards my own ship. I think I was just doing it to test out. Chances are that when I was actually playing and attempting that voiceover, I was talking about it, but oh well. So now I have to sail my way out, and sailing's exactly the same as in Assassin's Creed 3 for the most part, from what I can tell, so yeah. But getting back to the question before, because I've started rambling as I always do, which character is your favorite Assassin's Creed character that you play as? So, which is your favorite assassin? Now, as I said, I did start playing with Altair, and then I've played them all. Altair was amazing, except he couldn't swim, and he was the quiet type. Ezio was the complete opposite. He was gaudy, very talkative, very flamboyant, which I guess is what I was meaning with gaudy anyway. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing, it's just that was who he was, and I didn't mind it either. He was kind of the complete opposite, and he could actually swim. Drifting, take that. Take that, Need for Speed. And you know, there was the PSP one, which I haven't actually played. So when I say I've played all the Assassin's Creed games, I mean all the ones that were available on the Xbox. I didn't play the... no, that's a lie. I did play the Altair ones on the Game Boy. So yeah, I did actually play those, or have played them. You know, it is past tense, but you know. Anyway, and then you had Connor, who was the next sort of full assassin you played as. Well, there was Desmond in the meantime. I mean, I guess he eventually, and I think we're about to see a whale. I completely missed the whale the first time we played. I did not see it at all. I was looking around and look at event. It's all pretty. Psha, splash. Didn't see it at all. I was looking at other things. By the time I noticed to look at event, all I saw was the water coming out. I'm like, I don't know what that was. Did a rock fall off a ledge or something? It was kind of annoying, but sub Alpha Jazz, how you doing? And yeah, I played as Connor as well, and I really kind of like Connor, and that was good. But my favorite all up, from all the ones I've played, would actually have to be Connor. His backstory and everything was amazing. When it comes down to it anyway, his backstory was quite good. The way he interacted, the way he was brought up, the whole First Nation aspect of it, it had such promise. I haven't actually even finished Assassin's Creed 3. I really should, because it was really good. So now we see we are actually running circles in the Animus environment as well. So this is the blank canvas, or we're about to find out who we are. So up until this point, obviously, we aren't aware that we're working in a bigger company. And knowing that logo up above the screen, it looks like we're working for Abstergo. And I say that just that way for all the people that haven't played it themselves or haven't watched other people doing a Let's Play. So, look, Abstergo is the big bad company. Actually, they're kind of who the Templar are working for, which are like the complete opposite of the Assassins in most aspects, I should say. I mean, it's not like all Assassins are males and all Templar are female, but this is our handler. An earpiece. And this is stupid. You're standing right there. Of course I can hear you.
All right. Let's take a walk.
So,
some memory research before, but not to
yeah.
this extent, which is
This is the company we work for. We just got tested, and we suit the Edward Kenway character quite well, apparently. I'm just gonna have a look around, because there are things you get later on called sticky notes or QR codes, what they look like, and we'll get to those before we sort of play as Edward again, so don't feel too bad. I was really hoping that she would walk with me if I walked off, because I know she walks. Unfortunately, I walk a lot faster, it would appear. 'Cause this is where we need to go, and she's all the way back there. I'm really sorry. Miranda or Melanie is the name. Surprisingly enough, I have two cousins, each named... Well, one's named Miranda and one's named Melanie.
That was our first title powered by Animus Tech. That was just the tip
So,
of the iceberg.
the interesting thing is, as I've sort of said in recent videos, is I do actually work at a game retailing store now. And on the midnight launch, which we had for Assassin's Creed 4, we had someone dressed up as a pirate, assassin. It was all black and stuff like that, though. It wasn't Blackbeard, but it wasn't Edward Kenway's character. But he did have someone there with him who was dressed up as that Liberation Girl. Sorry, I'm quite thirsty. Now, if you're also curious as to why all the people here in Abstergo are speaking French, it's probably because Ubisoft Montreal, the company that sort of makes it, is in Quebec, which is in Canada, I believe, and a lot of people there speak French. So it's French Canadian.
You might have
French
noticed that
Canadian.
security seems a little light
It's
around here. That's
fair
because
enough.
your communicator is
Anyway,
your key to getting around.
I just thought that was a nice little hint thing that they, or tip off to themselves they put in there, I guess. And I'm sure it's explained somewhere else as well. The Abstergo's got offices all around the world. I'm pretty sure they said that in the last games. But I giggled a little bit the first time I played it and worked it out.
See
Open
that
up,
flashing
that's where I want to
wireless
go.
signal?
Yes.
That means you're hooked up to the elevator. I'll let you
I
do the
know.
honors. We're headed up
Okay,
to the
let me
Sample
go then.
17 studio, second floor.
Oh. I know technologies. And English. I English amazingly.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Okay then. Now one thing I have noticed with her when she's just walking around the world is that she will stutter and jitter around a lot. So hopefully they sort of get some fixes on
Have you
that.
heard of Hire? Just started today.
I haven't. Bonjour. What project?
Sample
The joke is about to do, I said at the exact same time.
Edward, the pirate.
I literally went "Arr" as soon as she said pirate as well. And then I felt dirty
Just
when
something
he
that
said
you
it.
know the
I
next
felt
day.
wrong, and it just wasn't right, and it was bad.
This is the Sample 17 floor. We're diving into
So once again, I haven't actually, well, I haven't finished Assassin's Creed 3, so I don't know what happens with Desmond, which I'm a bit iffy about, especially considering this, we're using all of Desmond's memories or something like that from what she just said there, with Desmond being the donator of the memories, and I don't know how that works, but what are you gonna do? So, yes, I know. I'm looking for the QR codes now, and I did actually test those, so please don't test them yourself. The QR codes themselves don't link to anything. They don't appear to be legit QR codes, and I would have thought it would have been really interesting had they actually put a working QR code in for one of them. So far I've only tested one of the QR codes, but it definitely didn't bring anything up, and I was kind of sad. So now I'm just looking for them all, because I did see that there are a certain amount of the notes, and I know one of them we can't actually get to yet because it's in that lovely pirate manager's office, so we can't get to it, and that's annoying. But there are still plenty to get around here, so I'm assuming after a little while we will find out who my character actually is that I'm playing as, and there we go. This will be my desk,
This pair of legs is John, one of the wizards in IT.
and we'll be able to actually search around the area and find more of them.
Calibrating, right. So here we are, your very own Animus workstation. This is all yours, so sit back, relax, and find us some good footage. If you need any hints or tips, the Animus is loaded with tutorial programs, so you'll have no
I'll be
problems.
alright.
And I'll check you in
QR.
later. Happy pirating.
Yeah. Will do. Okay. Ta-da! I can't even be bothered reading them. In case you hadn't picked up on that, it's just, whatever.
Welcome to Animus Omega, Abstergo Entertainment's proprietary ancestral memory research tool. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about how to operate your Animus console, please contact your project
Thirsty
supervisor,
business talking this much.
Melanie LeMay. You have been registered as part of the Sample 17 project. Your primary research target is Edward James Kenway, born March 10, 1693, Swansea, Wales. Calibrations complete. All signs normal. All systems optimal. Extra neurotransmitters activated.
That's good. Neurotransmission, A-OK. The way the brain works has always fascinated me, to be honest. It's, yeah. It's weird, because they know where memory is stored, but they don't really know how it's stored yet. So this game's very interesting in its tweaking of picking up memories in DNA, and yeah, I don't know.
Lively Havana.
So our boat actually isn't that big, to be honest, when you sort of see it. Like it's a big boat, but
Someone you know.
there are a lot smaller ones there. But later on, we sort of see that there are many bigger boats.
Flash rogue like yourself must be cautious.
Don't know who he's waving to. That Bonnie lass there, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we don't take this ship. That ship there that we were just sailing on is Steed's, so we don't get that ship. We get another one a bit later on, which I think doesn't happen until episode 7, maybe? Episode 6 or 7 that I recorded, so we'll see.
I'm dying for a quick kip. Or a siesta, should I say.
I'm just headed to a public house now to meet some merchants. I could show you the way.
Well, lead on.
Yay. And I need my hood. It's interesting that he just knows the ways of assassins. He knows how to use the items, knows how to like move around, to wear the hood. I mean, most of the stuff you wouldn't really know how to use unless you were an assassin. And
Wonder how many
I don't know.
stolen reals bought these men this purge.
So once again, I'm not actually sure. I mean, I don't really know the time frames off the top of my head. I'm assuming this happens. Well, this memory section happens after Assassin's Creed 3, but I'm honestly just not sure. 17, 18, 17, 15. I think it happens just before. I don't know. Now, the first time I played through this, when I went to the weaponsmith here, I sold pretty much all of the hunting stuff I'd found. So all the bones and all the wild pig hides, and could effectively get better things, or more things. I think I ended up getting a few more things. I think there's only one sword that you can buy straight up, like you're made to get it, which is the British Cutlass. But I'm pretty sure I got that one for 5,000. I can't remember. It might have been the 6,500. The Privateer's Cutlass is what I got because I'd had that additional money. This time with only 6,581, I can't buy it as well as the British Cutlass. So I think I had to get the Espada Ancar. So we kind of missed out a little bit, I guess, but you know, I will buy them all later on anyway. So don't worry too much, I guess. So we can sort of see some things are faster yet slower, and the looks come into play as well for some people, but you kind of want the best combo, damage and speed, just because it makes things much easier later on. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. We get pistol sets and outfits, pieces of art, statues, as I mentioned, I think come under pieces of art. So, and then you've got cargo that you can actually get. I'm pretty sure you can buy cargo because you need cargo to upgrade your ship later on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Which also brings in, there are, in the marketplace, you can actually get some like leg ups. You pay a bit of money and you get more material and more cargo, so that's an interesting thing as well. I could probably have jumped up anywhere there, and so I will. So it's not just trees and rocks.
Every finger's a fishhook.
Oh, excuse me. We can pretty much climb anywhere, so that's something to keep in mind. I have not been sleeping well at all. My apologies. Now, synchronizing with an area, as we sort of said in episode 1, is where you get the lay of the land, and you should have noticed which way I was looking, because I'm now looking another way. But I'm pretty sure that when I was looking at the wall, I was not taking in anything. I'm just going to do a few hops, ready, set, and go. And the first time I played this, it took me so long to catch up with him. I was probably chasing him for close to 2 minutes. I'd say possibly longer. It's kind of hard to follow along with time when you're actually doing these. This time I got really lucky, and that's as far as he got. And I think we actually have to find him. Fight him, not find him. But he goes down pretty quick, and he was a pickpocket. It's also story-driven here, so no guards really care yet. And it's good to see traveling monks with their hoods back up, just like in Altair's time. I think we missed out on that on some of the later ones, or at least in certain areas anyway. So, a question for you. Okay, so the first question I asked in episode 1 was, who is your favorite playable assassin? Across all the games entirely. So, if you haven't actually answered that, go back to episode 1 and leave that comment. So, I'm really curious. Like, I'm not just saying that, and I don't just want you guys to leave comments so it looks like I'm more popular. I want you guys to leave comments so that we can interact, and I can actually honestly learn more about the preferences of people and their gameplay. If you aren't aware, because you're a new viewer, hello and welcome, but I'm also currently doing a diploma in game level development, so these sort of things are really curious to me. Like, I really do honestly 100% want to know and get people's opinions for later on in my working career. So, man, it's getting warm here. So, question 2 is, who is your favorite non-playable character, NPC? Now, honestly, across all the games, that can be really hard. So there are just the main ones. Like, you could say this girl right here in Assassin's Creed 4, that is plump of chest, fair of skin, even has nice freckles, is your favorite NPC for whatever your sick, perverted, twisted reasons are. But there are a few certain people that you'll know are the more main ones. So your nose goes down, you go down. Now my nose gets beaten in a bit, and that's going to hurt anyone, assassin or not, like when you think about it. So now we go through a nice fighting scene, which is fun. We learn a few things about combos and how to counter and crush people's like spines and stuff apparently. It even slowed down. It doesn't always slow down, so you got to be a lot faster than that most of the time. And I don't know what happened there. He flew through me. It's another downside of the game with clipping and the way people move and fight, and like you can see him was like walking through people. That's just an aspect of the game. That's something you have to get used to and not judge too much, I guess. This is gonna take a little while. We see a lot of people. And fast forwarding just seems like the right thing to do, I guess. Sounds interesting with all the cheering people in the background there. But there we go. So that's a little bit faster. That was about double speed, to be honest. And my nose is messy. But it's time to escape. Gotta love those smoke bombs, right? Smoke bomb. There we go. Okay. So I'm assuming I could have fought my way out of that. You know, I'm not sure how well, but I'm assuming I could have. Probably. Okay. Don't go that way. Never go that way. You know, if I'd kept on going down that way, I would have gone straight to the governor's mansion. But I was able to hide in there purely because there were no red dots. So I knew any of the guards following me couldn't actually see me. Now this guy's a bit sus, so I'm just gonna fix him on up. And we still are in the red area, so we're still in the area and guards will still keep looking and stuff like that. So what I need to do is actually fully get away, and that's just by getting out of the red circle. Interesting. You'll never see me. So we've got to climb up and get away, and then we'll know we're in the clear. Do I have messages? I do. Yay! Friend of mine, Kristen, has caught Snorlax, which is good. Which means she's now just past me, I guess. And there's a 100% from mission memory one. We've fully synced that one up. I know there's some later on that I don't have that happen to, so yeah. But I think I kind of spend a little bit of time now just sort of searching around the city. I take my time to even do the next mission, so keep watching if you want, and you want to see where things are hidden and the way I do around it. I'll just continue to talk, so you can even like mute it, I guess. But if that's what you're going to do, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. The subscribes just so that you guys can actually keep up to date with what's happening in the series, and so you know when more interesting stuff does end up occurring. And the like is purely because, well, it's nice, and it lets me know that you guys want me to keep doing this sort of thing. So you want to see more of the content, and I know that my content's actually decent quality. So that's all I ask for. I would really appreciate it. And there's a fragment up above me. The angle definitely doesn't show it, but I know it's there. That's what the mini-map's for. Booyah. Okay. And I think I get a fair amount of the stuff here in Havana this time through. So we've got another approximate 4 minutes to watch. So we'll keep going. We'll see what we can find in those 4 minutes. Here we go. We're going to free some pirates up, which is always good. Now, again, I'm not sure if getting more of these pirates helps you one way or the other. At the moment, I don't think it really does, because I don't... And yes, I am trying to beat people, which definitely doesn't work very well. People on the other side of that wall must have been so curious as to what just happened, I tell you. Different types of guards have different effects. So those ones with the padded wigs on are the better fighters. So you need to break through their defenses before you can actually hurt them, or they'll just keep parrying you. And let's go... I think we start an assassination mission now, which is kind of like from the pigeons in the other Assassin's Creed games. So, there we go. It's always pigeons, isn't it? Bitch bonfire! So, this is something else, and I'm guessing if anyone stopped watching by now, they're going to miss out on how assassination missions happen. If people are still watching, though, you'll see me explore, but you'll also see how the assassination missions go. And this first one, both the first time I played and this second time I played through it, went very easily. This first mission is a lot more simple than the second one. And the second one's not hard, it's just... Well, I got spotted this second time, and both times there are pirate hostages next to the guy, and in both cases they died. So I didn't actually notice until afterwards that the way you can sort of get about that, or get around it, is by using the dancers to distract the guards. Here we go. And that's the last of my drinks. I gotta hold out a couple of minutes until I've finished. Killing a guy while he's taking a whiz. No. Not good. Oh well. That's just cruel, some people would say. But you'll sort of see all up to my left there on the minimap is all restricted area. That nice building up there is the governor's mansion, and it's not too long before I have to go see him. Like, that's one of the missions I have to do. Not now, but I think next. But there are other things I need to do. I need to get the lay of the land first. So, like, I think I get this checkpoint, and that's about it. Sorry, this synchronization point, and then it sort of ends. So, look. You've got my answer to who my favorite assassin is. I want your answers. Go back to episode 1, watch it, like and subscribe from that one as well, and continue to like all the other videos. But make sure you leave a comment if I ask you guys questions, because I'm curious. We know this. What I want you to leave down below this video is the answer to the question who your non-favorite... Oh, sorry. Who your favorite non-player character is. And in the next episode, I'll answer the question and tell you who mine is. So... Look at this lovely. Honestly, it's quite a small town, Havana. Yeah, it's not that big at all. Anyway, we get customization items. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, look, I really appreciate you guys watching this. And I'm really sorry that I have to do a voiceover while not playing it. I need to send Ava Media a nice questioning email about that, actually, and say, what's the go, Joe? Because it's really awkward. Anyway, until next time, guys, this is Adrian or GM Camulus. Enjoy the view. Leave those comments, the likes, and subscribes. As always, check back with episode 1. And if you already have watched it, stay tuned for episode 2. Thanks a lot. Stay safe.